and welcome to my speech. When you think about the future, it's always clean, from the house we live in to the cars we drive. Could electric cars be a glimpse into that future? With a shift towards electric cars, it gives us a step in the right direction to a cleaner future, despite the cons. I have read many credible articles to be better informed about this topic today. First, I will talk about the history of the electric car. Second, I will talk about the cons surrounding electric vehicles. Third, I will talk about the pros surrounding electric vehicles. So let's get started talking about the history. The idea of an electric car has always been there since Ford first manufactured the Model T. But with lack of resources, the idea was never made to reality until 1990, when General Motors was able to make an electric car, two-seaters, with the ability to go 75 miles on one charge. Unfortunately, a year after being on the market, it was recalled. The second attempt was made by Tesla in 2008. Tesla was able to make the first electric car that was able to compete with a gas-powered car. Tesla's car was able to go from 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds, according to Newsstand Weekly. Tesla has continued to make great strides in electric vehicles and to inspire other car companies. Tesla has been able to make 4 different models, including a family-sized sedan type electric car. Tesla has also inspired Ford, Toyota, and BMW to make complete electric cars as well. Now that I have discussed the history of electric vehicles, I will now talk about the concerns surrounding electric vehicles. The number one concern most people have is the battery. Even though the electric car was made in order to reduce CO2 emissions, there is still CO2 involved in the process. CO2 occurs when the battery is formed together in factories. Factories emit tons of CO2 yearly, which affect the greenhouse gases of our atmosphere, the local surrounding ecosystems, and the people who work there, along with those who live in surrounding areas. Another issue with the battery is its main material, lithium. The mining of lithium takes about 500 gallons of water in a process of evaporation. In this process of evaporation, lots of toxins are exposed, such as magnesium, potassium, and borax. These toxins in high amounts seep into the ecosystem, affecting local wildlife and those who depend on the land. Another concern with the electric vehicle is its high cost. When looking at Tesla, its models can range from $97,000 to $115,000. When compared to Ford, it is $36,000 compared to BMW, which is $44,000. These prices are quite high, but the vehicles also have many great safety features and great technology that benefit the consumer. And as electric vehicles become more in demand, the cost will surely lower. Another concern people often think about with all vehicles is how the value tends to drop quickly. Although it has been shown with Tesla, it tends to hold its value longer, but this could be due to its branding as it is considered a luxury vehicle. Now that I've talked about the history of electric cars and the cons of the electric car, I will now talk about the pros. As mentioned before, electric cars are here to reduce CO2 emissions, which it does a great job when considering driving CO2s. According to an article, Why Electric Cars Are Clean, an article in Mother Earth News, an electric car in California will emit 1.9 tons of CO2, which is a lot, but when compared to a gas-powered car, that car emits 5.9 tons of CO2 emissions, which when compared to electric car is a huge amount. As the electric car grows, its battery will continue to grow as well. This is evident when looking at the Tesla models. The first Tesla model was only able to get about 300 miles per charge, which is comparable to a regular car. But now with its newer models, they're able to get closer to 325 to 370 miles per one charge, which is really beneficial to its consumers and the ecosystem. Longer lasting batteries equals less that have to be manufactured. As electricity shocks our cars, it will shock other industries. Industries that we've seen being affected by electricity are trains, which is evident in other parts of the world where electricity has replaced coal-powered engines, which is great for the environment. Another industry that electricity has boomed is in power tools, where batteries are used in chainsaws, blowers, and weed whackers. As electricity drops into our society, it creates ripples that will affect other industries in a positive way. In conclusion, I have talked about how electric cars have progressed and started. I have talked about the concerns surrounding them, and I have also talked about how the electric car is beneficial to us all. As we continue, electric cars will be a big part of our lives and should continue to make great leaps and bounds to a greener future. And we as consumers, when we are looking to go and buy a car, we should always think electricity first. Because as electric cars affect the car industry, it can affect other industries and make a big difference. Thank you.